Right, good morning everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Before we even get started today, I got a couple of thank yous I need to say. First one is thank you very much to everyone who wished me and Abby a congratulations on getting engaged. We've had tons and tons of messages from loads and loads of people that we don't actually know, so it's amazing how far these videos spread to people and how many people were good enough to say congratulations, so thank you for that. It's obviously very exciting, and there's obviously a lot of wedding planning to do now, which I didn't really sign up for, but there you are. But the second one is thank you very much for getting me past 5,000 subscribers. Hopefully I'm not preempting that wrongly, because at the minute it's Monday morning and we got 4,997 or something, and you'll see this on the Wednesday, so hopefully by Wednesday we're at 5,000. So thank you very much for that. I never thought I'd get 1,000 subscribers when I started doing this, so to have 5,000 is immense. But big week here for us at Northwick. The cattle are all coming in. See some out there. That group are coming in today. We're going to wean their calves off. It's a big job here when we wean the calves off. We've got to split them all up into 3 different farm platform groups. What we call now the reds, the greens, the blues, they go onto the different trial or into the different sheds on different diets, and then the cows have got to go back to the main farm, so there's a bit of a logistical job as well. Tomorrow we'll do the main lot of weaning for the 2 lots of cows that are away from the farm, and we get a couple of haulers in to bring the cows back, and we bring the calves back ourselves. So we're just getting ready here. We're going to bed up the sheds this morning, and then after coffee we'll bring the cows in and start the weaning process. So turn the tractor on here for Phil, he's going to do all the bedding up. Whole bale going in. Careful! Ah, no. 320 kilo bale. Big. So we've got the 6130 on the wagon here on what we call the research farm. It's had a service in the summer whilst we haven't been using it. It's got a brand new power shaft guard because that one was starting to get a bit ropey. I'll show you in a minute. I don't want to stand underneath the bucket. So this part of the guard was all alright, but this end here, because it's a wide angle shaft, this part of the guard here was absolutely knackered, and now it's all exposed, so we put a brand new one on. That one's on fast, that one's on fast. 410 kilo bale. I knew they were heavy. Oh, it might be.
I knew I wouldn't get it all in with a big full bale like that.
They are massive bales.
Yeah. Well, nearly. Oh, you see, nearly.
No! Right, so Phil's going to come round with the straw and bed up the pens here. These sheds get emptied out, steam cleaned after every use. There's a bit of dung there with that cow. If you watched one of the last videos, I think when we bought the bulls in, it might have been. Cow there that's sort of sensitive to sunlight at the moment. She's in there with her calf, but obviously they'll get weaned today as well. She'll go back home. So the cows are going home to the home farm. Calves stay here. So we'll sort her out in a minute. We'll have to take that dung away because all the dung that stays here in the middens at the end is what comes out of these sheds. So can't be mixing and matching with whatever. So you've got to stay there, cow. She looks alright now. She did go all scabby. We'll have to get rid of her hay that she's been eating. Seems a bit silly, but we'll have 3 little groups of calves here tonight before the rest of them come tomorrow. We'll have to open 3 different silage pits to feed them. So Phil's going to come down with that one. I better get rid of this pile of stuff here a minute because he won't be able to get over that. Right, so for whatever reason the machine was having a bit of a hissy fit. It's like all things, isn't it? When you go back to use them for the first time, after not using them for so long. They don't want to work how they should. Now I'm looking for a dung fork. Phil's told me it's around here somewhere. There's a scrape and a brush there. Now, whether it was something electrical on the wagon there, you put it all going and you got to open the door to feed the rotor with some straw. And it didn't want to work. I haven't dung fork. But we swapped positions. I got in and I did it and it worked. So what the hell happened, I do not know. But we got one shed bedded. When you start from an empty shed, bedding them up for the first time, you got to use a lot of straw to cover the ground. It just likes to fly everywhere. Phil's just backing in now. He's going to do this shed here, which is the brown shed. I'm going to go have a little bit of a tidy up because we had so much straw in there and the wagon was spinning without anything coming out. Some of it came out over the sides. So I'll go and do that in a moment. Okay, see, we had a bit of a spillage here. So the wagon was sat here turning. The door wouldn't open, so all this straw fell out over the side. But he sounds like he's got it working there now. We'll go have a little look-see. Like I say, the first time you put straw in there, it hits the ground and blows away. You've got to put a bit more than you want it to. But once the cattle get in there, they'll sort of scrap it about, so it'll be all good. I'm going to clear up this bit here a minute. I forked all that about. Got the fork with me here still. I'm going to put that back on the wagon because that is where it lives during the winter over here. It feels weird. It's like the 8th of November today and the weather's actually quite nice. It's quite warm. You'd think we get away with not bringing the cattle in, but the ground's wet and at this time of the year the cattle are using all the energy they get out of the grass just to keep themselves warm and ticking over and not necessarily growing. So get them in the shed on some silage, get them growing, job will be a good one. Phil's just put another bucket full in, that'll finish off the other end of the last shed. There's a rattle coming from that tractor, but I'm pretty sure it's the mudguard. Taxi has arrived. Mr. Bowman. It's actually Craig. Craig has arrived.
I must admit, I haven't done one this morning. They thought that was something to eat.
Well, it would have been at one time.
So what?
We're going to put them all in there and then sort them so we just leave the calves in there and then run the calves through and split them up. No, Hughes, go ahead, you go. Right. Is it the easiest thing to do to run them all through and split the calves out? Right, that is the first batch in the race. So we need to separate all the calves from the cows and the heifers. The heifers are going home. Cows are going home and the calves are staying here. So we'll have to split them all up and then run the calves back through to divvy them up into their 3 sheds, but it's going to be noisy. I did comment the other day saying I have to start paying. So. Did they?
Yeah, there's only so many army hats I can wear.
That's it. Steady then, cows. Don't squash Craig. Shall I move out of the way then?
346.
Right. You are the blue group. Got him. Come on. Ready, ready. Blue. Come on, you furry. Come on, furry.
Beaconfield.
You reckon there's a cow up there?
No. There's something in Beaconfield that gives them that photo sensitivity.
Oh, you reckon that's what
she's got that, I think.
A lot of docks in there. Calf? Yep.
Female.
2263. Playground. What do we got? We got G. FSCBH.
There we got FUC. But that is.
I think I shot someone in the shed.
At least we won't get a phone call.
Oh, that's good. Just double check you got 10 greens.
No, I'm not going there again.
No, okay, right, we'll leave it. Are we running these in the house?
I was going to say we could have
So
checked.
you want to go that way first?
We could have checked the green.
Yeah, we
I was just checking until I got the right number.
yeah, you're sat on a I think.
He's rolled a note.
Do you want to go that way first?
Well, I might as well let there you know.
Greens.
No blues.
Blue, sorry. Yeah, don't. Oh, that's mixing up a bit.
Do you want to run him down that door actually, just straight into the bedding?
Can do.
Just let him straight. Does it make any odds? Right, we finished sorting cows. So they're all into their green, blue and brown groups. So we're going to put these in the shed a minute. They'll stay here then for the winter. Phil looks after them 99% of the time. And then the cows, any that are going into like farm store groups, so like commercial cattle, will come home with us along with the in-calf heifers, the ones that will calve in the spring. Got it. Come on. It's like a creep feeder sized hole.
Come. Come on, you go.
What was all the fuss about?
I was walking backwards like that, and
Took a tumble.
oh yeah.
Comedy style, did you go?
Well, I thought, my first thought was to my dignity, of course.
Of course.
Then I looked across to make sure this big bitch wasn't filming it.
No, sadly the camera was pointing at you but turned off.
Yeah. Otherwise it would have.
Quentin over there.
Yeah. Otherwise it would have been comedy gold. No, I sort of went, and I realised my foot was in it. I went, whoa.
Here we go, running the cows home. I better go down and make sure the gates are shut ahead, because all the ones we shut on the way up before we got them, had been opened again, which is a bit of a disaster. We have to put sheep hurdles here because there's no gate. Hopefully I can slow them down to a bit of a walk. So Phil, Craig and Bruce are behind, blocking various gaps and pushing them along in the truck. Come on Ed, come on! John's up ahead turning them into the yard when we get back up there. So this hole here as well doesn't help. Try and keep them going past. Come on Ed, come on Ed, come on Ed! And then there's like 2 or 3 lanes on the way up that they can disappear down, but we've got gates in front, so as long as I keep moving, hopefully they will as well. But that is them now weaned. The cows are coming home with us to the home farm where we'll feed them over the winter and then carve them early spring before they go out again. And the calves, a lot of them stay back at the research farm and we'll stay there with Phil in the winter. And any that we're going to breed from, they'll go to bull next spring, or there'll be farm stores. They're coming home as well. Whoa. Oh, nearly there. You can see John up the top on the bike. He's waiting to turn them in. Come on, cows. Nearly home. Yeah, I think I'll stand here.
Hello, Will.
Well done.
There you go.
Come on, run. Come on, cows. Come on, cows. Come on, cows. Come on, here you go. Go on, onwards, onwards, onwards. Onwards.
What? Come on, then.
Come on. Come on, heifer. Oh.
Trip hazard.
So here we are at the John Bowman semi-permanent erection. Covered up the handling here, just because it's normally always raining this time of year. We're just running the cows through now, splitting out the home and the heifers and the cull cows. Very noisy. Right, you noisy lot. Gonna let these up into what we call the dairy shed for the night. The heifers and the cows are still mixed together, which ideally we would have split, but we've got a vaccinate at some point this week, so we'll split them then. More important, we just get them in the shed for now. We had a load of cows we wanted to move before tomorrow morning, before the big lot are weaning, but we're not going to get it done now because we're going to lose the daylight, so come on. What we have split out is cows and heifers that are in calf. There's a pen there of culls and a pen of either next year's breeding heifers or farm stores. So they will all be put into the beef shed there in a minute. I had one heifer just fall through that fence there and I heard a staple pop out, which I would quite like to find really, but not going to have much luck doing that, I don't think. How dark that is on the camera. 4:30 and it's gloomy already. Winter is coming. But we're just going to shut these cull cows and calves in here for the night. Then they'll be happy. And then we'll just have to move the other cattle that we needed to move first thing in the morning. Okay. Come on. Good point, I haven't checked. It's a new trough, isn't it? It looks full. Yeah. It's wet. fair bit of work's been done to this shed over the summer. We've got all new tip troughs with proper concrete panels underneath, so we can't lose dung under there anymore. And then the end bays, which we sort of made into feed pens last year, we've done them properly now with feed barriers and concrete panels. So shed's all kitted out. Oh boy.
No.
Is that a heifer?
Stay here.
Come on then, heifers! Yeah. Nice one, they're all in happy and very noisy. Those guys in there are heifers that will go to the bull April, May, or it'll be May next year, 1st of May. And then the last lot that are coming are farm stores or farm steers. This gate can probably go down. They'll get underneath them, won't they? Right, last job for the night. One of the troughs up with the cows is not turned on, one of the water troughs. So I'm just going to get a roll of spanners. There's Gus. So I got my roll of spanners because you can never find a 10mm spanner when you want one. So Craig's up here feeding the cows out. So I'm going to turn the water trough on. He's then got to feed the ones that we've just penned back in the other shed. And then we're getting there. It's been a long old day running cattle about. That's Craig feeding up. Lights are good on the tractor, aren't they? Cows will be happy with that tonight. Right. Make sure that in there is clean. And then it's just a case, he says. Get a screwdriver. Good old Swiss Army knife. Filling up. They grab me 2 nuts before they get washed away. So I didn't really need to take the cover off, I just wanted to make sure the ball valve was all there together because I couldn't remember what state I'd left it in when I turned it off at the end of the winter because he was dripping a bit. But he's fine when the cows are using it, but when you let the cows out he seems to drip when he's full. Right, let's go see what we can help out with. Right, it's getting a bit gloomy, so I'll turn the camera off. Thank you again for all the messages about our engagement. We appreciate them very much. Thank you everyone who's been liking and subscribing and get me past my 5,000 goal sub a month before I wanted it. I was hoping to get there for Christmas, so we're actually nearly 2 months ahead of it. So thank you very much for that. There'll be another cattle video on Sunday. I know some people like machinery videos, but we do a lot of cattle work here in the winter, so that's what's on. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you want to follow my social media, they'll be on the bottom of the screen now. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one. And yeah, cheerio.